Hi guys, Adam here. Today we're going to be doing another blueprint run on the Hurricane map condition, this time on the Buried City map. These raider caches have a higher chance of spawning that sort of epic guns, Bobcat, Tempest, Volcano, those sorts of guns, as well as the new Kanto blueprint, which is what most people will be farming for. I managed to get mine on my 4th run on the Spaceport map, so hopefully we get some good blueprints today. Let me know how your blueprint farming for the Kanto has gone so far, or if this is your first attempt. You can do this with a free kit or with a sort of planned loadout. I would suggest taking a pre-planned loadout out in just to deal with the arc and mainly for the safe pockets, as if you do manage to pull any blueprints, it's good to have a safe pocket just to pop them straight in there in case something unfortunate happens. Okay, loading in, we're at the maintenance depot on the sort of west side of Buried City. So I know there is several sort of towards the Grandioso apartments. So we're going to set our motor there and head in. Remember, with this being a hurricane event, if you have your shield on, it will sort of damage your shield over time. So it's up to you if you want to leave it on or take it off. I usually take mine off, mainly for the fact that it kind of gives me a location away. And if there's any unfriendly raiders around the area, they can see you from a mile. So right, the first raider cache we're going to check is right on the sort of top left corner of the Grandioso apartments here. We just run up, check around here, wiggle your camera a little bit so you can hear it. Definitely is one there. Next one is around this sort of broken roof facility. Can't hear this one either, hasn't spawned. Next one's down by the bus. Just on the corner here, yeah. Not one there either. And then the next one is just out in the sand here, slightly. Yeah, not there either. Unfortunately, right, this location was dead. So we're going to head to the next one, which is off on the northwest, just where that tree line is there. A little bit further south, actually. It's like there, yeah. Head here. If you're watching this before you run, I would recommend bringing some stims, because they're going to be super helpful, especially on these events where the wind sort of tanks your stamina. Being able to just pop loads of stims as you run around, super helpful. So as you run around this area, wiggle your camera around, listen for that noise, as that's the easiest giveaway to where the location is. There he is, in this sort of trash pile here. Check this, fingers crossed for a big blueprint. Lots of items. Ooh, Vita spray, okay. It's not exactly one of the guns we're looking for, but that's still a pretty rare blueprint. So happy with that. Pop that shield off as it's giving me away, like I mentioned earlier. Right, the next one is sort of on the other side of this building. Just in here. I usually pull to the left when I'm running around this building on this route. I run around the back here. It's faster, and sometimes there's people lurking in that building that like to say hello. So I'll run on the back, it's a little bit quicker, and then check this tree line here. There'll be 3 different spots where the cache can spawn. So listen out for this one. Don't think we've been any lucky here. Move a little bit further along the tree line. It's the kind of spawn spread out in this tree line, so you've got to kind of run from one side to the other to get the best chance. And here, arc here as well. Yeah, fireboy. Let's avoid that. Keep moving. Right, the next one is just north of those sort of domes, just on the right hand side, a little bit further up. Yeah, like up here. Yeah, just past those trees. We'll just head north again. There's another raider. Probably doing the same thing as me. If he's heading in this direction, he might have cleared the ones over here. But no matter, we'll continue on and see if we can find any more raider caches, even if we just find the location. Oh, here's one here. Speak of the devil. Fingers crossed for another decent blueprint. Renegade 2, not bad. No blueprints though. Alright, we'll press on. Okay, the next one is just to the left here in the sort of dunes. Chances are, if this one has spawned, I doubt another one has spawned so close. That doesn't tend to happen very often, but we'll check. Yeah, there's usually one around here. If not, towards the building. just in these trees here. And this one hasn't spawned either. Next location is just sort of southwest here. We'll just quickly check these trees again, just in case I haven't missed it. Yeah. No. Okay, right. Next one is in that direction there. Show the map again here for you. And just there, where those, just past those tree line. We're getting a little bit unlucky on this run, but this is kind of how these go. Sometimes you'll go in and you'll find like 4 or 5 blueprints in one go. Sometimes you'll go in and everything's already been looted. It's just the luck of the draw. But the purpose of this video is to show you the route I take, not get all the blueprints. So we'll check around this area here. So there's a few different spawn locations here specifically. So we'll take a little run around. Doesn't look like there's any spawned. There can be another one here just north of the hatch key. So we'll take a jog over that. It's one of the more common spawns. I don't know if they all have an equal chance, but this is... Oh yeah, there's none here, as I say that. There's usually one here. Anyway. Next spot is just a little bit further down on the side of this building where those trees are. So just got to run along here. There's loads of outskirts spawning around here though, so watch yourself. You don't want to get surprised by any fire boys without a shield on. Nothing seems to have spawned here because it does spawn in those trees. Oh, speaking of fire boys, there's one there. Let's try and get some cover and take it out. Hit him with this grenade I found. The next location is just further down in the middle of this open space. Had to kill a few orc there. So we'll just head further down. As I mentioned, lots of orc around here. And it's not just fireballs and fireflies and stuff. It can be bastions and rocketeers and scarier stuff than that. So keep your eyes peeled. Yeah, it usually spawns here. Just by this pillar. Not today. So we'll head to the next spot. It is just up here beside the hospital. This can be a bit of a risky one because this is usually placed in the hospital. And it's also right beside an extract location, so this can be a decent place to end your run if you wish. You can see someone's actually extracting right now. There can be one around here. If not, we'll push on because there is a few more on the outskirts that we can check, but I usually end my run there if I'm being completely honest. So at this point most of the raider caches, if they have spawned, have probably been looted. But there's another one just up here that I can show you if you want to do a complete run and make sure everything's been checked. Then head over in this direction. When I'm doing these runs, I usually like to stick to the outsides of the map too, because everyone tends to run straight to the middle of the map. Don't get me wrong, that's where the majority of the raider caches are. However, that is also where the majority of the players are, and that doesn't usually end well. Either they get looted before you get there, or it ends up being a bit of a fight, which is not what we're here for. We're here to get in, chill run, find as many blueprints as we can and get out. Next one is usually around this area. In this tree line here. Hasn't spawned, but not to worry. There is another one just beside that building actually. Just head over here, just over this dune. There's one there. Unfortunately this one has been looted. We'll grab a few bits that I need. And we'll push on. Keep those for Scrappy for the new update. Let me know, has anyone pulled any good items from Scrappy since the feeding update? Where you give him food, fruit and stuff now. A friend of mine got an anvil splitter, but the best thing I've got's like a fucking magnet so far, so not the best, but we'll keep trying. There would be potentially sometimes one that spawns there, and there is another one just here, just a little bit further up in this tree line. Can be in here. No, we don't need to throw fireballs. We need some stimulants. Yeah, doesn't look like there's one in here, sadly. Next one can spawn towards the bridge. Just here. This is why having those stimulants is super helpful, because as you can see, it's a lot of running around, and if you're waiting for your energy your stamina to replenish constantly, this could take quite a long time. But with the vent, it helps a lot with the friendly radar. Just push on the other side of this bridge. Could be one just here. Remember to turn your volume up. Listen closely for that sound. There could be one around here, this location, but clearly not. So we'll push on. Someone's shooting a dog there. Yeah. It's power cell. That's not what we're here for. Right, next one can be a little bit south. Just in this tree line here. This is another one of those ones that, for some reason, maybe I'm just getting lucky, but usually this one has a cache in. Give this raider a hand here. Take that out. Right, okay, could be around here somewhere. It doesn't seem like it is though. Not to worry, however, that's fine. We're going to call it here though. That's usually where I would definitely draw the line. I wouldn't go any further. There's a nice extraction point not too far away as well, so we can hit that. A little bit unlucky with this run, personally, but we managed to show off a lot of the locations, and hopefully your run is better than mine. We did get a Vita Spray blueprint and a Renegade 2, so it wasn't completely fruitless. However, this is one of the more poor runs loot-wise that I've had. However, we managed to show off a lot of the locations. So let me know how you get on. If this helped, drop me a like, drop me a sub, and I'm a small channel that does help. Have a great day. If you do this week, the Raider Cache event thingy bob's on, so you can hit this event and hopefully get some blueprints out of this too. So happy days. Bye guys.